Go dancing with us. We'll make up for all the mean things we ever said.
Somebody responsible needs to stick around here. You know, the twins, they started this egg fight. They might get arrested.
You see? He's always got some excuse for not having any fun.
I think I'll just take a walk.
In her latest film, Sexisville, Cybill plays a sexy Southern belle, a character close to her own humble origins in Memphis, Tennessee.
We were farmers, not rich farmers. We're talking about chicken farmers, you know, kind of basic, down-to-earth, little bitty church in the country and that sort of thing. Real, never written, there was never any money. Matter of fact, it's so funny because in Memphis, where I grew up, you're considered nouveau riche unless your money comes from cotton anyway, so.
I don't know why you want me up there.
Where's the homecoming queen without the captain of the football team? She'd be like Eve without Adam.
Remind me, we still got that Adam and Eve skit to get through.
Did you ever go out with the captain of the football team, though, Cybill?
No, and you know what? I wasn't homecoming queen, and I didn't win Miss Teenage America. A girl who did the hula for her talent won.
What were you like as a teenager?
I went through a period where I was very famous. I was 18 years old, and I became a fashion model, and I was in all in magazines, and I didn't care, you know? I was just like, oh, who cares, you know? Then I became an actress, and I started to care about it. And then I was not famous for a while. And I lived in Memphis, and I lived a modest existence. I went to the grocery store, and people didn't recognize me. So then when I came back and became famous again, it was like, it was really great. I mean, I really enjoy that.
Is it still hard to find good roles as an actress?
Well, seeing that women get only 7% of the leads in film and television, yes, and 50% of the money. But I'm not bitter, nah, not much.
One avenue that is open to beautiful women is appearing in commercials.
It gives my hair layers of light because the color's translucent. And my hair is always healthy looking and fit. Do I deserve such riches?
But despite being able to play the sex symbol, Cybill has her misgivings.
Sex is used to sell everything, not just in Hollywood, but in Madison Avenue. Everything from soft drinks, you know, to wax for your linoleum floor. Everything is sold with sex. We seem to be focused in a really sick way on sex, and yet, you know, we're not allowed to talk about it in a healthy way. It's really strange. And also it's strange because right now in America we're losing rights, basic human rights, like the right to choose to end an unwanted pregnancy. And yet we're selling sex and everything. And I don't know, I think we're giving our young people a really binding double message, which can be very destructive. And, you know, it just makes me pause and makes me think. And sometimes I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of my country.
He thinks he's my police escort.
Dwayne said he hoped I'd get married again if he died.
Oh, he did he?
I was just thinking of your happiness.
You knew Elvis Presley and everything like that. How do you think his fame was different to yours?
Well, Elvis had that enormous, devastating, choking fame. I am fortunate that I have avoided that, where the people just rip your clothes off and rip you to pieces if you're not careful. You know, they killed John Lennon, a fan, and there's always that element. And I guess when I go out, it's always a leap of faith. And I always have a certain amount of fear, but I try to protect myself with love. I do carry a .38, so better watch out.
A 38 what?
Smith & Wesson. Oh, that scares you people in England, I know. I really envy England. I mean, I really envy a country where you don't have the tradition of bearing arms. But unfortunately, you know, it's like we're in this spiral, like it's so violent because we have so many guns, but what are you going to do, not have a gun to protect yourself?
Don't you threaten my fancy. Put that gun down, Billy Ann. Little Barbette might have a trauma for life if you shot somebody right here by the hot tub.
Until women learn to use the weapons of men to defend themselves, they will continue to be the victims of men. And that's one thing I ain't going to be, nor anybody in my family.
Word.
Okay.
Well, I don't want any women using my weapon to defend themselves. No, have you got a gun at home? Whitney.
A gun over again. There's a repeat tomorrow night at 1:40, so watch it then.
I'll come on.